Welcome to tonight's top news stories from around the world. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Let's get started with the headlines making waves right now. President Trump praises Canada's PM, but Canada rejects 51st state idea. Canada's new PM Carney tells Trump Canada is not for sale. Supreme Court allows Trump administration's transgender military ban to stay for now. U.S. intelligence disagreed with Trump's claims about Venezuela's role in gang activities. Kansas highway crash claims 8 lives, including Oklahoma students and former coach. Governor Hochul's $27 million project revitalizes Rochester with affordable and supportive housing. A$AP Rocky confirmed baby number 3 with Rihanna at the 2025 Met Gala. American actress Jennifer Aniston's home get hit by car, suspect arrested. Ukraine sent 100 drones toward Moscow, forced Russia to restrict flights. Israeli airstrikes hit Yemen airport and power stations after Houthi attack. India launches missile strikes on alleged terror camps in Pakistan. Tensions escalate. And Shamit Shom gets FIFA clearance to play for Bangladesh. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Donald Trump said he just wants to be friends with Canada after meeting Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney for the first time since the recent federal election. The two leaders met at the White House in a meeting that gained wide attention across Canada. Trump praised Carney for a major political comeback and called his visit an honor. Carney returned the compliment, calling Trump a transformational president, but firmly rejected Trump's suggestion that Canada could become the 51st U.S. state. It's not for sale, won't be for sale ever, Carney said. Before the meeting, Trump posted online that the U.S. gives Canada $200 billion a year in subsidies and free military protection, claiming Canada needs everything from the U.S. During the meeting, trade was discussed. Trump said he might want to renegotiate the USMCA and refused to lift tariffs on Canadian goods. Carney disagreed but said he was open to future talks. Top officials from both sides joined the summit. Trump also criticized former leaders Trudeau and Freeland. Meanwhile, Ontario Premier Doug Ford defended Canada's role and criticized Trump's trade policies. Future talks may continue as trade tensions remain. President Donald Trump met Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney in Washington to talk about tariffs and Canada-US ties. Carney clearly told Trump that Canada is not for sale. He said some places are never for sale. Canada is one of them and will never be. Trump replied, Never say never. The meeting was calmer than Trump's past talks with former leader Justin Trudeau. Both Trump and Carney praised each other during the meeting. Trump said he respected Carney and Carney thanked him for the warm welcome. But Trump made it clear he would not lift tariffs. That's just the way it is, he told reporters. These U.S. tariffs, along with Trump's talk of annexing Canada, had caused anti-American feelings in Canada and helped Carney win last month's election. Carney said he will work to protect Canada's rights and economy. Trump may keep pushing for change, but both sides said they want to stay friendly and keep working together. The Supreme Court has decided to let the Trump administration enforce its ban on transgender people serving in the military while legal challenges continue. This decision paused a lower court ruling that blocked the ban nationwide. In 2019, the Supreme Court allowed a similar ban during Trump's first term. The policy, based on Trump's 2018 executive order, stated that gender dysphoria is incompatible with military readiness. Transgender advocates argued the policy unfairly discriminates against transgender individuals. Since then, Biden overturned the ban, but Trump reinstated it in 2021. The ban currently prohibits transgender individuals from enlisting and limits medical procedures related to gender transition in the military. Legal battles are expected to continue, with some arguing that the policy undermines military readiness and harms transgender service members. Future court decisions may affect the policy's implementation. A memo from U.S. intelligence agencies disagreed with President Donald Trump's claim that Venezuela controls the Trinidad Aragua gang. Memo stated that while Venezuela allows gangs to operate, it does not direct TDS actions in the U.S. Trump had used this claim to deport immigrants to a prison in El Salvador under the 1798 Alien Enemies Act, calling TDA an invading force. However, the memo clarified that Maduro's government likely did not guide the gang's movement into the U.S. The FBI partly disagreed, saying some Venezuelan officials might help TDA spread across Latin America and the U.S. The memo was released after a request by the Freedom of the Press Foundation. The Trump administration criticized the press and began leak investigations. Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard said the media twisted the findings, but critics like Representative Joaquin Castro said the administration misled the public. In the future, Trump's deportation actions and media rules may face legal and political challenges. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. A tragic head-on collision on a rural Kansas highway killed 8 people, including 2 high school students, a former coach, and a school employee from Oklahoma. The crash occurred around 5:45 p.m. on US 169 near Greeley, Kansas. Among the victims were Donald D.J. Lester, a student at Booker T. Washington High School in Tulsa, Wayne Walls, a former coach and teacher at Carver Middle School, and Jamon Gilstrap, a member of the Tulsa Public Schools transportation team. The three were part of the Oklahoma Chaos travel basketball team. Kyrene Shumpert, a ninth grade student from Union High School in Tulsa, also died. Tulsa Public Schools and Union Public Schools have both activated crisis response teams and offered support services. The cause of the crash, which closed the highway for several hours, is still under investigation. Authorities confirmed both vehicles involved had caught fire. Governor Kathy Hochul recently announced the completion of 53 affordable and supportive homes in Rochester's Beechwood neighborhood as part of a $27 million redevelopment project. The Federal Street Initiative transformed outdated properties into modern, energy-efficient homes for families and individuals facing homelessness. The development includes 35 rehabilitated homes and 18 new units, with 9 offering supportive services for homeless individuals. The project also aligns with Governor Hochul's $25 billion housing plan aiming to create or preserve 100,000 affordable homes statewide. Energy-efficient features such as solar panels, air source heat pumps, and energy stir appliances have been added. The project is supported by a combination of state, federal, and local funding, including low-income housing tax credits and the Empire State Supportive Housing Initiative. Governor Hochul's commitment to affordable housing continues, with future plans to expand the housing supply and support vulnerable populations across New York State. A$AP Rocky and Rihanna surprised fans with big news at the 2025 Met Gala. They are expecting their third child. The rapper, who is one of the co-chairs of this year's Met Gala, confirmed the news during interviews after several outlets, including TMZ, reported Rihanna's pregnancy. "It feels amazing," Rocky said. "It's time that we show the people what we was cooking up, and I'm glad everybody's happy for us because we definitely happy." Photos showed Rihanna walking in New York with what looked like a baby bump. A representative for Rihanna has not responded to media requests for comment. At the Met Gala, Rocky walked the blue carpet alone while Rihanna arrived later, just like in 2023. The couple's last pregnancy was also revealed in a grand way during Rihanna's 2023 Super Bowl halftime show. Rocky, who was found not guilty in February in a firearm trial, has stayed active in fashion and recently received a Cultural Innovation Award. Their sons, Erzy and Rat Rose, were born in 2022 and 2023. Police arrested a man who crashed his car through Jennifer Aniston's front gate at her Bel Air home in Los Angeles. The incident happened on May 5, 2025, and Los Angeles police confirmed the news. A private security guard pulled the man from the car and held him until officers arrived. Police identified him as 48-year-old Jimmy Wayne Carwell. He was booked for felony vandalism. Officials said he was a white, middle-aged man. CNN reported that Aniston was at home during the crash. Police are still investigating the cause. They are not sure if the act was accidental or planned. Officers said Carwell has a minor criminal history. It is still unknown whether he targeted Aniston. Months earlier, in September 2024, Aniston was involved in a sweating prank. Someone falsely called police to her house for a welfare check. Police said the caller never mentioned Aniston's name. Aniston told officers everything was fine when they arrived. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Ukraine fired around 100 drones toward Russia, targeting several cities, including Moscow. The drone attack happened just 3 days before Russia's planned military parade on Red Square, which marks the World War's second victory over the Nazis. As a result, Russian authorities restricted flights at more than a dozen airports. This included 4 airports in Moscow, according to Russian news agencies. The drone attack came as tensions between the two countries remained high. Ukrainian forces aimed to disrupt preparations for Russia's major national event. Russian officials have not confirmed how many drones were shot down. Meanwhile, Ukrainian officials said Russia also carried out attacks in return. At least 2 people were killed in Ukraine by Russian strikes. 1 person died in the southern Odessa region, according to emergency services. Fighting is expected to continue in the coming days, especially with the Kremlin's parade approaching. Both sides are likely to stay on high alert during this time. Israeli fighter jets carried out airstrikes targeting Yemen's main airport in Sana'a and several nearby power stations. The attack came in response to a missile strike launched by the Iran-backed Houthi rebels on Israel's main airport 2 days earlier, which left a large crater near a car park. Houthi media confirmed that Israeli air raids hit Sana'a International Airport, 3 power plants around the capital, and a cement factory in Amman. AFP reporters in Sana'a heard loud explosions and saw smoke rising from the affected sites. Israel's military confirmed the strikes and called them retaliation against what it described as Houthi terrorist infrastructure. Before the strikes, the Israeli army warned civilians to evacuate the airport area to avoid harm. A separate Israeli strike reportedly killed 4 people and injured 35 in Hodeidah. The Houthis blamed both Israel and the U.S. for the attacks, though a U.S. official denied involvement in the earlier strike. Tensions in the region remain high. India launched missile strikes on 9 suspected terrorist camps in Pakistan-controlled Kashmir in response to a deadly attack on Indian soil. The Indian government claimed these were precision strikes targeting militants, especially those linked to Lashkar-e-Taiba, which it blamed for a recent attack that killed 26 tourists in Kashmir. Pakistan reported that the missiles struck civilian areas in Kotli, Bahawalpur, Muridka, Bagh and Muzaffarabad, killing 3 people and injuring 12. The Pakistani military called the strikes a cowardly act and confirmed that retaliation was already underway. Loud explosions and blackout were reported in Muzaffarabad, with shelling also heard along the line of control. The Indian Army declared justice is served following the operation. Both countries exchanged fire across the border since late April, raising fears of a wider conflict. India vowed to cut off water flows to Pakistan, escalating pressure further. The international community urged both sides to avoid war, while Iran offered to mediate. Pakistan warned of consequences if it provoked again. Let's have a look on today's sports story. Midfielder Shamit Shom has officially been cleared by FIFA to play for Bangladesh, the Bangladesh Football Federation confirmed. Shom, 27 years old, plays for Cavalry FC in Canada and will now be available for Bangladesh's Asian Cup qualifier against Singapore in Dhaka on June 10. BFF Vice President Fahad Karim said FIFA approved the request within 24 hours after the application was submitted. He explained that Shom had played 2 matches for Canada outside the FIFA window, so those games were not counted. Since Shom's parents are Bangladeshi, FIFA approved the switch easily. Karim also credited BFF President Thabit Awal for directly contacting FIFA officials. Shom, who expressed interest in April to play for Bangladesh, already has a Bangladeshi ID and is now waiting for his passport. He is expected to arrive in Bangladesh after his club game on June 1st. If selected, Shom will become the second foreign-born player to represent Bangladesh. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,303.23. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 83.45 points or 0.43%. Tokyo stock close price is 36,830.69. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 378.39 points or 1.04%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,316.11. The Shanghai index is increased by 37.08 points or 1.13%. Hong Kong stock close price is 22,662.71. The Hang Seng Index is increased by 158.03 points or 0.70%. Bombay stock close price is 80,641.07. The Sensex Index is decreased by 155.77 points or 0.19%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. President Trump praises Canada's PM, but Canada rejects 51st state idea. Canada's new PM Carney tells Trump Canada is not for sale. Supreme Court allows Trump administration's transgender military ban to stay for now. U.S. intelligence disagreed with Trump's claims about Venezuela's role in gang activities. Kansas highway crash claims 8 lives, including Oklahoma students and former coach. Governor Hochul's $27 million project revitalizes Rochester with affordable and supportive housing. A$AP Rocky confirmed baby number 3 with Rihanna at the 2025 Met Gala. American actress Jennifer Aniston's home get hit by car, suspect arrested. Ukraine sent 100 drones toward Moscow, forced Russia to restrict flights. Israeli airstrikes hit Yemen airport and power stations after Houthi attack. India launches missile strikes on alleged terror camps in Pakistan. Tensions escalate. And Shamit Shom gets FIFA clearance to play for Bangladesh. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.